So I've been trading junk with other people in the area who collect and sell and trade junk. And I had picked up a television on the side of the road, and then I was talking to a guy on Facebook Marketplace who had this weird thing. And I thought, wouldn't that be an interesting cyberpunk display cabinet? And apparently people pay a lot of money for these things to grow weed in. Something from the 80s. People had too much money. And, well, here's the video of the TV that I didn't end up using for anything. And then, I guess we'll do a video about this. So here's the TV that I found a little bit ago. Such an odd specimen. I have this little digital video converter, Hallmarks. So it's a Toshiba TV DVD combination, model MD1F. Model MD14F in 1, March 2003. I remember March 2003. This is the weird part. Digital audio out, only coaxial in. But it does have RCA inputs on the front. It's an Orion picture tube. Bit of dirt in here. Is there any way to adjust the color? Because it seems like the color is a little bit too colory. I see plus B adjust, but it's not quite what I want. And this CP101. You know, I just realized I'm looking all over for potentiometers for the color and contrast. I bet it's just digital. I bet you have to have the remote. It's 2003. We have the technology for that by then. Because I was even looking on here. There's one potentiometer that looks like it's just something to do with the audio. But these look like ones that if you adjusted them, they really would just mess it up. And so I guess you can just get the remote for it. I'm so surprised that I got somebody interested in this thing, because I thought for sure of all the TVs in here, this would be one that nobody would be interested in, and I'd use the CRT for making a replica antique TV or an arcade machine, but it is a suitably odd TV. Date 033 15 and shift at 9. Line 04, something 4. Looks like almost an M. Might be M. It's interesting to see all the different modifications they did to this molding. I bet they actually use this for a number of TVs for several years, the same mold. You know, it's funny. I never would have imagined wanting to collect this era of TV. I remember when these were new thinking, oh, these are just garbage. They didn't put any effort into them, which that's kind of true, but they still at least put all of the correct chemistries into the electron beams and stuff like that, so they'll probably last 200 years. That's the thing about them. Some of the CRTs that I've heard about people buying now, because they still sell some, they just it's like they regressed back to 1960s technology, and the electron gun can burn out and stuff like that. It's just not the same, and they don't properly remove excess air in the tube and stuff like that. There's just some roughness about manufacturing. Well, I guess before we take it over to them, this is just a few years later, like 5 years later, then it would most likely have a digital TV tuner in it, which would be pretty cool. How good a TV is, in my opinion, is entirely predicated upon, can you use its features without the remote control? And oh no. Well, oh, there we go. I've noticed some of these, if they haven't had the DVD tray pushed out in like 5 or 10 years, they just get stuck, but if you just pull them out, they work. Or if you let it fight for a while. It's like the only movie I have on DVD here, and I've still never watched the thing. But it's playing perfectly fine. This is from that haul that me and Theis decided to see if we could get some money to go buy a pretzel at the mall. And we happened to just stop by a trash can. There was a stack of Nintendo Wii games. So we took them to GameStop, got like $15, and we got ourselves a pretzel. And then this even has a skip button on it, which is great. Of course, the bells outside have to be going crazy. Cool. So we're back at the shop, and so this is a thing that people would buy to grow plants in, but it's not really bright enough to grow plants in. It's more of just as a weird status symbol. You can also see something has been deteriorating or eating the reflective coating on this. Really fascinating looking. Some people, apparently, they think of this as like, you know, like how we have this one guy in town who he doesn't smoke a cigar, he just holds a cigar because he thinks it looks cool. Well, some people they have it in their head that these things are just like really cool and you've made it if you have one. And so they try to find these to have in their weed layer or whatever. And I just thought that's so funny. It has all these sides that open up. Thanks. Oh, so you can actually hook up other things in there. It just smells like dirt. I bet this thing gets really hot too, because it's 120 watts of heat.
Probably does.
Yeah. I might see about actually removing the reflective coating because it's all being destroyed.
Yeah, it's all eaten away.
Yeah. And, although, I mean, maybe that would count as ruining it. Because I figure this could be kind of neat to maybe make some glass shelves in it or multicolored shelves. And then if I happen to find somebody that they really, really, really want to pay a couple $100s for this, then maybe. This is so odd. This is clearly one of those things that people who have too much money spend their money on. There's like no labels or anything, and apparently they still sell models of these. But people warn that they're more for aesthetics and they don't grow things very well, which makes sense. This is such an 80s style, too. Phototron 3000. I don't know, should we try to grow like carrots or something in it?
We gotta try.
Yeah.
Let's try to grow something.
Maybe. The bulbs look like the bulbs used in Brazil outside of the guy, his house.
Right,
The movie Brazil. Yeah, not the country. And we can just put a picture in so people know. On the top, it has a handle. I'm totally out of my element. See, we drove to New Jersey. It was only 35 minutes away. Had to pay a toll, but I traded him the TV and a Super Nintendo game and $10 and got this. I think that was a really good deal, given that I have no idea what this thing. It's just an oddity. This is just weird. It's the weirdest display. I'm gonna consider it a display cabinet. Yeah. It's not quite like a veggie tube from Planet Crafter that'll just be able to feed you, but I find it interesting that the acrylic has this reflective coating on it that's been eaten up. How would one actually even add that back? I'd like to know what my viewers think. Or should I just remove it and not even have it? Because the display cabinet... Well, I don't think you can dim fluorescent bulbs, can you? That's really, really bright. Anything I put in there will get bleached by light, most likely. You can already kind of feel the warmth. You probably have to pick a plant that would work really well in a warm landscape. Maybe this could be a good winter thing. I guess what I should just do is have your input on what I should grow with it, what I should do with it, or should I just put rocks and minerals in it? Should I put black lights in it? Should I find minerals? I've never been able to find minerals that glow in the dark, or a UV light, but I decided to have you drag me over to I dragged you to drag me to New Jersey to get this, and I have no idea what I'm really gonna use it for, but maybe I'll put interesting things in it, and it could be kind of part of the shop, especially now that I'm getting through repairing things and opening up a lot more space. Mm-hmm. So that could be kind of neat. Oh, and I saw that pellet, the guy that does litter pickup. He's been finding all sorts of nice stuff for me. He just dropped this stuff off. You know, I passed this up 2 days ago. That could be put in the Phototron. If it works. Oh, hey, that's actually a really dead simple tripod. My viewers know that I always curse those tripods that require a special connector that always goes missing. Well, that's easy. I know it doesn't allow for bending down, but just for viewing out, maybe I'll add something to my camera mount to do up and down. Looks like this will actually work. We've skipped time a few weeks, actually almost a month. And I think I'm actually going to use this to store some of the treasures that we find on the side of the road and in the creek. My friend Pellet, he does a part-time job for the town of picking up litter, and he's been finding me all sorts of interesting little bits and bobs. And then I've recently been going to the creek and finding all sorts of things: glass, metal, copper, clocks. And I feel like a shelf here would be best, but I don't know. I had first played around with having the light up here, but now I'm thinking maybe have the light here and then get some of my offcuts of stained glass. That might actually be best. Let's plug it in. Just a little bit of light. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Now I wonder, can I cut something that'll go inside of there? Ooh, I don't know. Oh, this actually pretty much fits. Okay, so if I take this plexiglass and I cut around that, that should be good. Wow. That is not bad. I just guessed these measurements. I didn't need to do them all, I think. Hope I don't regret that later, but I can just cut another one if not. Now to take all these lines off. Actually, I guess I could leave it in and just wipe it off with acetone. Okay, yeah, might as well. Oh, that's dissolving the plastic too. Shoot. You know what? Maybe that'll be a good effect. Screw it. Okay, I'm making the executive decision that it's gonna be like a frosted look. So I went a little bit crazy with the acetone and I gave it a bit of a funny sheen. And now I'm placing down bits of stained glass. All the odd colors I've collected over the years. Now here's a sneak peek at a future metal detecting video. A gold-plated watch. I can go in the middle. Now we're getting to the stuff found in the creek. Thick factory window glass. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just goofing off. Looks weird, that's for sure. Well, let me know if you think I should make more shelves and put, like, other stuff in there that won't get UV bleached or light bleached. I wouldn't put Nintendo cartridges in there. That'd be cool, but I think they would get bleached. Let me know if you think I should remove all of this silver coating, or if I should at least replace it with a new coating because it's all cracked and messed up. Well, that's just messing around. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and messing around with a Phototron. I think it'd be a neat little display cabinet, and then maybe someday in the future I'll sell it to somebody that wants to make weed in it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See you.